Nothing too risky, because I'm not going to be jumping out of the plane. I'm my mother's first child, so nothing too risky. It's not because I'm scared, but I have to pity the woman, if you know what I mean. She's trying to plan a wedding, not a funeral. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Olushewa. I am navigating life in my 20s and having fun while I'm at it. So if you're not too busy, join me. So I'll start this video by saying, okay, well, I have a surprise and a request, but I'm not going to say it now. So please watch this video to the end to find out what the surprise and requests are. Yeah, it's pretty important news, so you want to wait, okay? Please watch this video to the end and I will tell you at the end of the video. So in the last video, my friend Yinka sat in my seat and we spoke a lot about things that we feel like people our age are going through, things that we may have, like fear of missing out, imposter syndrome, and all of the social media comparisons. And, it was a nice discussion. I have had conversations with people, found that a lot of us are actually going through the same thing, and it was just nice to be able to address that on here. I hope and I pray that one or two gems were passed across to one or two people. Anyway, as a follow-up to that video, today I will be sharing what Olushewa, will be doing in this year to kind of like reinvent myself and to minimize the instances of those feelings for myself. Now, if you want to also do that for yourself, then sit tight and enjoy. So, the first thing for me would be authenticity, embracing my originality, my essence, my core, whatever it is that you want to call it, that would be it for me. I believe that there is something in everybody that is not present in other people. And so I just want to kind of like tap into everything that God has given me, every talent, every gift, every idea. I mean, of course, it's not going to be everything that I explore in the same um, instance or at the same time, but I'm going to do my best to just make sure that I embrace all the things that my soul love in this year. And so yeah, that would be it for me. I would also be standing on my 10 toes when it comes to my values this year. I'm not bending for anybody. I know that's easier said than done, honestly, but I'm not shaking for anybody. And I think you should do this too because, yeah, it's just very important to know what you believe in and to stand by it. And if you want to do this, I think there's one thing that I've learned, which is kind of like finding all of the values that a human being can have and basically seeing the ones that resonates with you the most. So if it's diligence, if it's trust, if it's self-development, if it's education, if it's family, whatever it is that is most important and that resonates with you the most at this stage of your life, because the truth is these things can change over time, then just put them together. You can even coin an acronym for it. So it could be DIGE, it could be FISA, whatever it is. It doesn't even really have to make sense, to be honest. Just know that these are my core values and these are the things that I'm sticking to. And also, me personally, I would be accepting all of my flaws, my quirks, all of those things, because I find that in the past I sometimes get defensive of my flaws. To From now, I'm not defending anything, right? I would accept them and make peace with them. The truth is, there's no perfect human being, even though we are all striving towards perfection. But I am not without flaws, and I'm just going to accept them, make the most out of them. So their strength in every weakness and their weakness in every strength, or how they put it. Anyway, so I would just be embracing them, figuring out if I can make strength out of them. And if not, yeah, it's okay. I'm human. I am not perfect, and that is fine. All right. So that is it for authenticity or originality, whichever way you want to put it. So for number two, it will be personal branding. Now, this is something that I've heard about a lot, but I haven't really taken an intentional step towards doing, if you understand what I mean. And so personal branding for me will come in two ways. One will be self-care, because of course you know who you are, but you also want the world or the people who are seeing you to see you for who you are. So if you believe that you're an excellent person, you're a great person, then you should not look less than that, if you get what I mean. So this year I'll be investing a lot in my looks, skincare, clothes, shoes, fitness, food, you name it, everything, my scents. I will be investing a lot in my looks, okay? Not to be vain, but just to make sure that I have a personal brand that, somebody doesn't just say, oh, Shewa, and they're like, is that girl? You understand what I mean? So to communicate some form of class, um, just there's a vibe, a certain vibe that I'm going for, if you understand what I mean. So I would be, I will be investing in my looks. This is, take this as I don't know, I warned you, I told you so. I'm not going to be vain about it, but I'm not going to be extravagant or flashy or anything like that. It's going to be very minimal, very subtle, but also very neat and very well put together. I would also be sharing some of that journey on here, so if you're interested, you'll see videos later. Anyway, that would be number one for me. So number two on that personal branding would be accepting feedback from people, or not even accepting, seeking feedback from people. So I've done this in the past, but I haven't been intentional about it. But this time I'll be more intentional about seeking feedback from people, the people that I relate with, my friends, my siblings, my parents, my family, colleagues, church folk. I will be seeking feedback from people. How do you feel about me? How do you think I do this? What do you think I don't do well? Those kind of things. And just to see areas to work on, because the truth is you could be blind to some of your flaws sometimes. And whether you like it or not, how people perceive you is your personal brand. And so you want to make sure that whatever it is that you think you're communicating, you are actually communicating it. So that's what I'm going to be doing on the personal branding in this year. Then the next thing will be self-development. I've already spoken about this before, I think, but I'm going to speak on it again. Self-development for me would be and this would look different for everybody just because of the field that I work in. I want to make sure that I get at least one certification in this year. So that would be on that number one under self-development for me. I would also be reading a lot of books. I do read a lot of books on a normal day, but I find that I lean towards a particular type of book. So this time I will be spreading my wings. So I have set a target to read at least one book every month. I know I can do more than that, but just so that I am not stressing myself, I will just do one. I will aim for one. If I can do more than that, then great. But the target is one minimum. So I will be reading books in finance, faith, just inspirational books, career books, whatever it is. I will be reading different types of books. Okay, so you can set a target like that for yourself as well. And this is just so that you can broaden your mind, obviously. I would also be trying to work smarter and harder at my job. So figuring out new ways to do stuff, not always leaning towards, well, just even in the simplest tasks, just finding out how I can do this better. It could be one quick Google search or one quick AI prompt, whatever it is, I would just be seeking to do better at my job. Another thing for me would be improving my visibility, and this would mean going out a lot, not just going out, but conferences, webinars, physical programs, um, things like that. I'm laughing because I actually want to put myself out there more. So when I said webinar, it was like, girl, that's not what we agreed on. But you understand, just trying to see how people in other spaces do stuff, learning from them, seeing what I can bring back for myself, maybe for my for the place that I work at as well, and just improving myself generally. Okay, so these conferences or these seminars or whatever could be work based, could be faith based, just all the areas that I'm interested in as a person. Part of self-improvement would also be my faith. I would be doing better. Let me just say it that way, because truth be told, I feel like I've been slacking. So I would just be making an intentional effort to do better, study better, pray better. And I would also be participating in a mentorship program. I am already participating in the mentorship program, but yes, that is one of the ways that I will be self-developing as well in this year. Now, the next thing is finance. So I want to reach my financial goals this year. And I find that over the past couple of years, what has happened is I'll set a target and I'll set a target that I'm supposed to meet in December, but I won't end up meeting it in December because I will be doing other things with my money in December, if you understand what I mean. So what I've decided to do in this year is to set a target that I will meet before December. So maybe November, and in fact, October is the best, honestly, because I feel like December spending already starts from November. So I've set a target that I'm hoping to meet by October, fingers crossed, so that December spending doesn't affect my target in the long run, if you understand what I mean. So I can oblate in peace. I'm not oblaying, but you understand. So yes, that's one of the things I'll be doing when it comes to finances. I would also be reading finance related books. I already mentioned that earlier, but I would also be investing in a finance community, if you know what I mean. So top of that list is actually Money Africa. I would be paying for a full year subscription to, improve my knowledge in, you know, financial development, financial stability, financial growth, whatever. So that is it for self-development. I feel like self-development is the biggest part of this. So yeah, that is it for self-development. Okay, so the first thing that I'll be prioritizing will be service. Of course, service to God, but also service to humanity. Okay, so I feel like in this year, I want to volunteer to a cause. I feel like it will be something that has to do with women and children, because that's just where my passion is in, I guess. So I will be volunteering. But outside of volunteering, I would also just be, I don't know, I'll pay more attention to the needs of people and help out in any way that I can. So the people around me, whether at church or at home, at work, wherever, I will just try to pay more attention to their needs and see if there's any way that I can come in and help out. And by God's grace, I'll be helping out in the small and the big things. If God gives me the grace to do huge, mighty things, then I will do them because I want to serve people in this year. And the last but not the least that I will be prioritizing in this year is enjoyment, right? Enjoyment. Everybody likes a good life, but I feel like me personally, I came to this life to enjoy. Mama Jairo me, I will chop the life of my head. Yes, I will chop the life of my head. So this year, just if you see me, having the time of my life, just say she said so, because let it not be said that Olushewa did not chop her life. I will chop my life. Okay, I will enjoy my life. So in this year, I will be looking to explore activities. So typically, if I'm going out, it's almost always a restaurant. 99% of the time it's a restaurant. So I'm going to stop that this year. I do love food. I do love exploring new food. I feel like it's one of the ways that we also appreciate other people's cultures and all of that. But yes, in this year, I will be doing that as well, but I will now be adding other activities. So anything really coming, not anything, but painting, perfumery, olfactory, pottery, I don't know, shooting range. I will just be trying a lot of other activities. Nothing too risky because I'm not going to be jumping out of the plane. I'm my mother's first child, so nothing too risky. It's not because I'm scared, but I have to pity the woman. If you know what I mean, she's trying to plan a wedding, not a funeral. So yes, I will not be. I will be trying as much as I can, but nothing too risky. Okay, so yes, I will be enjoying my life. That's the summary. Because after working, what's that thing Yoruba people say? And tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ dédé, ó máa ní àsìkò ìgbádùn. I would interpret for people who do not speak Yoruba, anybody that works hard should also have time for enjoyment. So I'll be doing that in this year because God did not put you on this earth to work hard, to suffer, to serve people, to do all of those things and not enjoy. My dear, you were also created for enjoyment. So tap into that side of you. I will be enjoying this year. I would also be going out on solo dates as well, just because it's not something that I've really done before. So I would do that, just going out by myself. Also, I'll be going out with people, friends, family, Adam, if you know. But yeah, those are all of the things that I will be doing in this year. Now that we've come to the end of the video, it is time for my surprise announcement. Drumroll, please. We hit 100 subscribers. I know it's small, but it's huge to me. It really is. I'm so thankful for all of your love. I'm so thankful for all of your support. I'm so grateful, honestly, because this channel, if you know, for the people that don't know, I was supposed to start it in 2020. Somehow I pushed it to 5 years later, but I just knew that I was going to do it. Okay, this month I just knew. And so my first video was really spur of the moment. Like that day, I was just like, you know what, I'm going to film for YouTube today. Enough of pushing this thing aside. And so here we are, 20 something days later, with 100 and a few more of you guys here. I am super thankful and I am grateful, and cheers to many more. So if you know any of your friends who would like to who would like my content and you would love them to subscribe, please share with them. I'll be super grateful. And to all of you who have been watching without subscribing, fix up, okay? Just kidding, but please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, it's free. All right, so please subscribe. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, if there's anything you want to share with us on the things that you will be doing or something that you feel like I've missed out, or just anything really, please leave a comment. Also share, don't be stingy. Share with your neighbor, share with your friends, even your enemies, everybody. Share with everybody, okay? And then don't forget to like as well. You can also turn on post notifications so you can get a notification as soon as I post a video. Now to my request. I will be filming a get to know me video. Now that there's 100 of us here, I feel like you deserve a proper introduction. I didn't do that. So if you want to know about this girl, who is even this girl and why does she think she can be talking to us, ask away, ask your questions, ask as many questions as you want, ask anything that you want, as long as they are not derogatory or intrusive, I will answer. So see you in my next video. Bye bye.